Hey everybody, it's Card Fighter Hunter here. Today I'm doing something a little different. I know I haven't done an actual deck profile in a while. It's been mainly deck for sale videos. And I am back with a Weiß Schwarz deck profile, and I don't think I've ever done a Weiß Schwarz deck profile on this channel, or any channel for that matter. But this is a very budget, basically a waifu deck. It is Weiß Schwarz, so I was a little when I realized I didn't have a waifu deck, I quickly rushed to make a budget one because right now all I have is Rider and Archer for Fate Zero, so it's not much of a waifu deck unless you count like the one saber I run, and even then, some of these characters are a bit more waifu material, I think. Anyway, so it's a pretty good deck, actually, considering how budgeted it is. There are no double rares, which means no suiciders, unfortunately, but the deck can work around that. So it's all commons, uncommons, and rares. So, firstly, for Kanade Under the Blue Skies. So it's fairly decent. It's pretty good, actually. It's an uncommon, so it's budget. Her first effect is all your death characters. If you have two or more death characters, she gets plus 1,000 power. The character facing this card gets -1 soul, so if they try to side attack, it will not do nearly as much damage. And then her last effect, which is probably the best one, is you pay 1 stock. When she attacks, you can choose one of your other death characters. Actually, any of your death characters, including herself. And then that character gets plus 1 soul until end of turn. So basically, if you have multiple of these on the field, you can just go, 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 go. So basically, your level 3 game is the most important, but your level 1 game is the strongest in terms of advantage and playability. So I'll get to that a little later. This is the only level 3 I'm running. I'm running 2 Graduation from This World Yuri, and she is she has a change of something changes into her, and then her effect is memory. If the number of cards in your memory is 2 or more, when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you can choose it. You can basically choose the character in your waiting room and put it to your hand, and then discard a card. So it's pretty good because basically whenever it runs over something, you can ditch one and then get one back from the waiting room. And the fact that you can go into her at level 1 is pretty good. And then lastly for actual playable stuff, I mean, the rest of my level 2s are backups. But anyway, is Kanade Waking Up. And this is that waifu material I was talking about, you know. Basically, this deck wasn't made to be good, it was made to be cute. So, that's what this deck is revolving around. And, hang on a sec, I'm gonna scoot this a bit. My phone is on my tripod. It's just like leaning on there. I'm holding it up. I'm holding it onto the tripod with a battery so that it doesn't fall. So we'll see how well this works. But anyway, her effect is when she's placed on stage from your hand, she gets 500 power for each of your student council characters that you have on your field. Basically, that's all your Kanades. So if you have like 3 Kanades on the field, she'll gain 1,500 when she comes out, which for a 1-cost size 2 is pretty good. Especially if you're running a full Kanade deck, then that's even better. But again, not made to be a competitive deck. Lastly, I have 2 Battlefront Rest Yuri. She's a promo, actually. She's a 1-cost backup for level 2, backup 3,000. So it just helps you, you know, bump stuff up. Level 1s, I'm running 2 Messenger Yusa. So her effect is she's a 1-drop, so you have to pay 1 stock to play her. But all of your other death characters get plus 500 power. And then her other effect is when you use an act ability, you choose another of your characters, and that gets plus 1,000 power. So there's a reason she's 3K, because she buffs everyone else. So she's basically a back row card. You never put her in the front row unless you're like desperate and you're trying to finish the game, and it's like your final turn, and you pray to God that they don't cancel. Which happened to me yesterday with my Fate Zero deck. They canceled all of my attacks when they were at 6 damage. So, 6 damage on level 3. Next up, we have 2 Yuri's Fearless Gaze. She's the brainstormer of the deck, so you pay 1 and then mill the top 4 cards. And for every climax you have, you can choose a death character from your waiting room and add it to your hand, and then you have to discard a card. So it's basically more for consistency's sake. It's not for advantage because it's a break even, but it helps the consistency of the deck. You can get pretty much you can get anything in the deck. All the characters in this deck are death characters. So role of a big sister Yuri. So the thing about her is I don't run her climax combo because to be honest I don't really like the climax card that she combos with. And the climax combo is a break even anyway as well. And I have this for consistency and some other cards for consistency that can help you search and like salvage stuff. But what I do use her for is changing into this. So this is the card that changes into her. So at the beginning of your draw phase, you can discard a card and then send her to the memory from your field and then bring her back to the waiting room. So the thing I like about that is you can discard her and then banish her, and then bring her out from your waiting room if you don't already have her in your waiting room. So, I actually kind of like how you have to discard a card, because it can help some plays. Certain plays. And then the boss card of the deck, Swimsuit Yuri. She doesn't have a top on, so that's what... This is pretty much the card that made me want to build the deck. Again, not because it's good, but because, you know, naked anime girls. And yes, I am a huge pervert, and I acknowledge that, so...
About time you said that.
I know, thank you. Her effect is she gets 500 power for each of your other rested characters. So, pretty good, pretty good. It can help. Basically, she's going to be the last attacker. 4, Kanade, Reason for Battle. Basically, she clones herself from the deck. So you discard a character, and then rest one of your standing characters when she comes out from your hand, and then search another from your deck. So it can help really early game if you don't have a lot of good stuff. You just play her and then clone her. Lastly, for level 1s, we have Song I Wanted to Sing, which is a 1-drop backup event card for any death characters, which again is pretty much everything in the deck. So yeah, I'm going to start getting rid of these now because I don't have enough space for my level 0s and my climaxes. So I'm running 3 Swimsuit Kanade because, again, you know, that deck. So she's not very useful. During your turn, she becomes a 3/5 beater. So I guess it's not horrible, but honestly, she's not that good. 2 Kanade's Innocent Eyes. So she's actually not horrible either. When she attacks, you choose another of your death characters and it gets plus 1,000 power. So you can make some interesting combos with this. And then 1 Student Council President Kanade. I only have 1 of these, sadly, so, because my friend bought 5 boxes and he's running the other 4. I guess he only pulled 5 out of 5 boxes, but whatever. So you pay a stock and put a card in your waiting room and put this card into your memory, and when she becomes reversed in battle, you can search your deck for another Student Council character. So when she dies, basically, you can search another one, so, good advantage. Well, I mean... Again, it's not advantage because you have to discard 1, which seems to be a running theme in this deck, but it's consistency. 3, Max Tension Sheena. So her effect is when she dies, you can pay a stock and choose a card in your opponent's waiting room and put it on top of their deck. So late game, you can choose something that's not a climax to make it harder for them to, you know, cancel. Or early game, you can put a climax on there and make them burn a climax really early. If they're at level 0, they do not want to level up, or they do want to level up, but they do not want to cancel. And the thing is, if you do that, there's always a chance you'll get this, and then it'll burn them for 1 anyway. So it's guaranteed damage, so it's pretty good. 3, Everybody's Pillar Yuri. So when she dies, you can choose one of your death characters and it gets plus 1,500. So, again, basically this deck buffs, and it buffs, and it buffs. And on occasion it salvages, but it mostly buffs. 2, Hardworking Fangirl Yui. You pay a stock when she attacks and choose another of your characters and it gets plus 1,500. So it's not bad. It's a 2/5, level 0, no cost. So you just pay 1 stock and give something else 1,500. So basically you choose something to go up to really high numbers that can run over anything. 2, I don't even know how to pronounce this. Gildemo's assistant Yui. She's the assist. Well, one of the assists. I mean, the other one isn't technically an assist, but it pretty much does it. All the characters in front of this get 500, and then you can pay one and rest one of your other music characters, which is actually nothing in the deck other than Yui, I think. I don't think I actually have any other music characters. You choose one of your music characters, and then it gets +1 soul. So it's very situational. I hardly ever use that. It's mainly there just for the assist. And then climaxes I'm running for. The climax are after the battle. She's the gate, she's a red gate, and she's a 1k1 climax card, so it's pretty good. And then 3 Descending Angel, which is a burn. It's a 1 soul and a burn, so if they cancel the damage, then they have to take a mandatory burn anyway. And this is also a 1k1, because 1k1s are pretty good. So that's the deck. It's actually fairly consistent with all the searching and stuff. Oh, fuck. Anyway. Looks like I'm done with the deck profile, so thanks for watching. Bye.